Machines just keep getting better and better. Each and every day, a new one comes along that makes it clear the singularity is inevitable and humanity's on the brink of extinction. Hooray! But what are some of the best human replacers out there? We think it might just be these. These are the 20 most impressive and powerful machines you need to see. Number 20. Giant Marble Saw. A chainsaw is a small, mobile saw that runs on gasoline, electricity, or batteries and uses a set of teeth attached to a chain that's moved along a guide bar to cut. From felling trees to gathering firewood, this versatile tool is used for a variety of tasks. It's also handy for trimming, bucking, and cutting fire breaks to help put out wildland fires. Chainsaws have been transformed into specialized instruments for use in chainsaw mills and chainsaw art. These unique chainsaws feature specially crafted bar and chain combinations to make them perfect for these specific tasks. Specialized chainsaws are used to cut through concrete during building projects. It's a fascinating process that requires precision and skill. Chainsaws are sometimes used for ice carving and winter swimming in Finland. These are just a couple of the unique activities where this powerful tool comes in handy. The Fontini Group is known as a top company in the field of stone mining chainsaw machines because it's always looking for new ways to improve and use the latest technology. Their years of research and development have put them in a leading position, with a focus on improving current technologies and coming up with new ones that are very valuable. Now, it's time for the odd topic. Hold your horses, literally, because farmers don't need them anymore. Why, you ask? Because agriculture could be about to change forever. Just take a look at the size of this thing. A brand new design of tractor put together by the good people of Sweden. While there's only one model in existence at present, if more get commissioned, it will totally change what a single farmer can achieve in a single day. As you can see, it's bigger than most houses. It's probably bigger than some farms, to be candid. To that end, you're probably wondering who even built this at all. Well, here's the thing. It's not exactly a machine for your commonplace farm. This is for those huge, epic industrial farms that are owned by huge conglomerates. Should these things go into major development, it would totally shake up farming, as just one of these could essentially work an entire huge-scale farm in a slither of the time it used to take. But the question, as always, is can we afford to build more than one? Sadly, for the sake of the agricultural industry, it looks to be a no. But who knows, perhaps they'll find a way to make them cheaper soon. But until then, these are but a pipe dream. As always, let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below using the hashtag #OddTopic. Number 19. The largest gas platform. The LNG platform was built by the Technic Samsung Consortium solely for a partnership between Royal Dutch Shell, Cogas, and Inpex. It is owned by Shell plc. Launched in December 2013 was the hull. It measures 488 meters in length and 74 meters in width, and it contains more than 260,000 tons of steel. When the ship is fully loaded, it weighs about 600,000 tons. This is more than 5 times the weight of an aircraft carrier from the Nimitz class. This is the biggest platform that can liquefy natural gas while floating on water. It's also the largest offshore facility ever built. In 2013, analysts estimated that the cost of the vessel was between 10.8 to 12.6 billion US. In 2014, Shell estimated that the cost of the project would be up to $3.5 million for every million tons of production capacity. The actual profitability of the partnership may be lower than what was predicted in 2011 due to competitive constraints brought on by an increase in the long-term production capacities of North American gas fields as a result of hydraulic fracturing technology and growing Russian export capabilities. Although Shell has never acknowledged the precise price, the WA Today news website stated in 2021 that it was thought the ship had cost at least $17.5 billion. Machines are so interesting, and there's no doubt you are impressed by this one, so drop a like and subscribe to our channel. Number 18. Crawler Transporter. NASA uses a pair of tracked vehicles called the Crawler Transporters to move spacecraft from the Vehicle Assembly Building to Launch Complex 39. These vehicles were previously known as the Missile Crawler Transport Facilities. During the Apollo, Skylab, and Apollo-Soyuz projects, they were initially employed to transport the Saturn IB and Saturn V rockets. From 1981 until 2011, they were used to transport space shuttles. The NASA mobile launcher platforms are transported by crawler transporters, which also return to the launch pad after each launch to transport the platform to the VAB. At the cost of $14 million each, Marion Power Shovel Company designed and built the two crawler transporters using some Rockwell International designed and made components. The Crawler Transporter was built to be the largest self-powered land vehicle in the world, but it wasn't surpassed until the production of the incredibly massive XGC 88,000 crawler crane in 2013. Despite being substantially larger, other machines, including power shovels like the Captain, dragline excavators like Big Muskie, and bucket wheel excavators like Bagger 288, are powered by outside sources. Number 17. Komatsu D575A Super Dozer. The Komatsu D575A is a tractor crawler with 1,150 horsepower that comes in two different bulldozer configurations, the Super Ripper and/or Super Dozer. With the basic blade, both models are capable of moving 69 cubed meters of material every pass. If an optional blade is used, the D575A3 Super Dozer can move 96 square meters of material in one pass. The single shank ripper, or the D575A3, can dig as deep as 2.06 meters. The Komatsu Limited plant in Osaka, Japan, created the bulldozers in the D575A series, which are frequently referred to as the largest production bulldozer in the world. The D575A was mostly used by surface mine operators in the United States and Japan, while they were also occasionally used in quarries and large construction projects. The D555A, a prototype 750 kilowatt bulldozer from Komatsu, was initially deployed to the public in 1981 at the Conexpo Machinery Show in Houston, Texas. Development was halted throughout the majority of the 1980s as a result of the economic climate of the period. The D575A2 Super Ripper, the successor of the D555A prototype, underwent more than 1,000 hours of field testing by the Cooney Brothers Coal Company in Pennsylvania in 1989. It's also possible that prototype machines were tested at the Harrison Coal and Reclamation Park. In 1991, full production commenced. Number 16. Tunnel Boring Machine. The Bertha Tunnel Boring Machine was created especially for the Seattle, Washington, United States Alaskan Way Viaduct Replacement Tunnel project by the Washington State Department of Transportation. The machine's assembly was finished in Seattle in June 2013, and it was created by Hitachi Zosen Sakai Works in Osaka, Japan. On July 30, 2013, the machine started to bore a tunnel, and it was expected to be finished in December 2015. Due to an unforeseen obstruction, work was stopped on December 6, 2013, around 330 meters into the 2,830-meter path. Back in 2002, a steel pipe used to test groundwater in the Alaskan Way Viaduct area was believed to have been the victim of multiple blade strikes, resulting in significant damage. Upon closer examination, it was discovered that the primary bearing seal system had succumbed to corrosion, ultimately leading to the overheating of the bearing during operation. Over the course of 2 years, the mighty cutter head of the machine underwent some serious maintenance work. In 2015, it was lifted and partially replaced to keep it in tip-top shape. After a moored barge in Elliott Bay damaged neighboring piers and a sinkhole emerged close to the project site, Bertha paused tunnel digging in early January 2016. Bertha had begun tunnel boring on December 22nd. On January 14, 2016, after the sinkhole event, Governor Jay Inslee halted all tunnel construction, citing concerns for public safety. On February 23rd, digging started again, but was stopped for maintenance and inspections. It fully resumed on April 29th. Bertha's drilling of the tunnel came to an end on April 4, 2017, when its cutter head broke through into an already broken-down vault at the tunnel's north portal in South Lake Union. Number 15. Tyson Crane. The name of the strongest crane in the world, Tyson has a safe working load of 20,000 metric tons. Dalian Huarui Heavy Industry created the Tyson, which was constructed for the installation of very big modules in FPCO and semi-submersible projects. It's situated in Yantai, Shandong Province, China, at the Yantai Raffles shipyard. The crane is home to the 3 largest lifts ever, weighing 20,133 metric tons, 17,100 tons, and 14,000 tons, respectively. To operate Tyson, you'll need nearly 50,000 meters, which is a little more than 31 miles, of wire. This will let you elevate it to a maximum height of 80 meters. The Tyson was created with the intention of mounting very large integrated modules on top of the hull of a ship. These modules can weigh up to 20,000 tons. Installation, hookup, and commissioning tasks have typically been left to be carried out on board offshore vessels, where access is limited and efficiency is lower. Examples of such vessels are drilling semi-submersibles and FPSOs. Tyson makes it possible to build the lower and top portion of the vessel simultaneously, which shortens the overall project timetable, increases manpower by up to 2 million man-hours, and raises safety and quality standards. Number 14. Bushrake TRKT 1688 by Erdvark. This heavy-duty, dual-purpose Erdvark bushrake can rake grass, boulders, and uprooted trees and vegetation. 1 to 2 weeks after blade plowing, the bushrake is excellent for raking soil into windrows for chipping or burning. Built tough for the harsh circumstances of Africa, the name stick rake is another name for this tool. With heavy-duty Erdvark bearings and a unique seal configuration, you can rest knowing that your wheels and pin rake wheels will remain free from dirt and dust even during normal operating conditions. Did you know that field lubrication may not be necessary after all? Erdvark bearing units are meticulously sealed and lubricated at the factory. The Erdvark bushrake has a unique feature that allows you to adjust its raking breadth while it's in use. It's a game changer for anyone who needs to clear a variety of brush and debris in different areas. The Erdvark bushrake is a versatile tool that can handle both rocks and forest debris with ease. It boasts a remarkable steering system that allows it to deftly navigate around trees and other obstacles, making it an incredibly agile and versatile tool for any job. If you're looking for the ultimate tool to rake up after using a straight blade cutter, bush eater, or blade plow, look no further than the Erdvark bushrake. It's the perfect solution for getting your land looking neat and tidy in no time. The Erdvark bushrake comes with a special feature called tire fill. It's designed to prevent flat tires and ensure that the rake operates smoothly. Number 13. Scarifier's Disc Trencher. The Bracca 226B is our most potent disc trencher, capable of navigating even the trickiest terrain covered with stones and slash. A big machine is where the T26B is attached. Regardless of the environment, scarification using the T26B gives seeds and plants the best chance for survival and growth. Because of its design, the Bracca 226B can carefully follow uneven terrain. The hydraulics of the device enable sideways arm motions and, in the event of overload, allow the disc to rotate along its vertical axis. The base machine is coupled to the load-sensing hydraulics. The control system utilizes a PLC platform and a CAN bus for communication. The control panel has excellent usability. The base machine's speed, the disc's angle, and the location of the arms are only a few examples of the information that the sensors on the disc trencher transmit to the control system. With just a few clicks on the controls in the cab, the control system can unleash a world of possibilities by selecting one of 8 customizable operating programs. With the monitor, you can fine-tune the control system settings and easily access data from the scarifier. The control system keeps track of various metrics, such as the scarified area, distance covered by each individual and the team as a whole, and the number of hours dedicated to the task. Number 12. Scania Axle Autonomous Truck. Scania Axle is a concept truck without a cab that is entirely autonomous. A group of Scania professionals from many sectors collaborated to create a prototype truck that, even without the cab, is built around the company's modular architecture, marking another significant step in the field of heavy, self-driving cars. The rise of self-driving vehicles is revolutionizing the way businesses approach transportation, with many seeking to streamline operations and promote sustainability. Self-driving pilots thrive in environments that offer a high level of control, such as abandoned building sites and mines. These locations provide the perfect testing ground for these innovative technologies. The Scania Axle concept truck is bringing us one step closer to a future of intelligent transportation networks, where self-driving cars will be the norm. In many ways, software is more crucial than hardware for autonomous vehicles. An intelligent control environment steers and keeps an eye on the Scania Axle. For example, in mines, a logistics system that instructs the truck on how to operate makes it easier for autonomous operations. Number 11. Hydraulic Forestry. In the forestry industry, heavy hydraulic equipment has been used to assist with large-scale harvesting and land clearing, much like it has been in the agriculture industry. This was done to ensure that productivity and efficiency criteria were reached. Choosing the appropriate machine is necessary in order to ensure that this procedure is carried out with the highest possible level of precision and to accomplish the objectives set forth. This business relies on powerful hydraulic wood processing machines to get the job done right. From skidders to load loggers, mulchers to feller bunchers, they've got all the heavy-duty equipment needed to tackle any task. Discover a world of equipment that falls under this category. When it comes to operations, logging machinery goes through some tough times and constant wear and tear. That's why it's crucial to equip hydraulic systems with the right components. Throughout its history, Ryco has earned a remarkable reputation amongst distributors and original equipment manufacturers for delivering top-notch products that cater to a diverse range of applications. Ryco provides cutting-edge solutions for heavy-duty forestry machinery that operate in the most challenging environments. Maximize the potential of your forestry hydraulic equipment by pairing it with a Ryco slider hose, spiral guard hose protection, and an inline swivel, giving you an experience of unparalleled efficiency and performance like never before. Number 10. Roxgon Reefinator H4. The RGH4, the Reefinator, the most distinctive deep ripper and rock crusher in the world, has been transformed into a hydraulic tine machine. This new type can drill deeply through challenging rocky soil, extremely hard pans, and stump-filled paddocks. The introduction of Roxgon's Reefinator rock crusher in 2015 was a game-changer for farmers in Western Australia who were struggling with soil that was covered in rocks. They eagerly welcomed this innovative solution to their problem and quickly put it to use on their farms. This impressive machine didn't just make waves, it made history. It took home not one, but 2 prestigious awards: the Best Australian-Made Machine Award at the York Peninsula Field Days and the New Release Award at the Newgate Machinery Field Days. It's safe to say that this machine is a true champion in its field. The Reefinator is a remarkable piece of machinery that can be towed behind a vehicle. Equipped with a powerful grate, it can grip rocky terrain and shred it into smaller, more manageable chunks. Once the Reefinator has done its job, a roller comes in to crush the debris into fine pieces. The Reefinator moves through rough terrain and crushes any obstacles in its way, leaving behind small rocks about the size of a clenched fist. After countless trips, even the biggest rocks you'll come across are no larger than a clenched fist. Over 130 units have already been sold across the nation. The Reefinator has proven a big success with Western Australian growers, enhancing soil quality and capacity throughout the state. The Reefinator's high-quality construction at Cuts Engineering in Manjimup, Western Australia's southwest, has contributed significantly to its success. Number 9. Braca P12A Planter. Planting with the Braca P12A is suitable for warm, dry climates. It's appropriate for forestry on plantations. The complete scarification and planting process, or just planting, can be handled by the Braca P12A. For the Braca P12A, integrated irrigation and fertilization systems are available as optional extras. A planting bed is created at the bottom of a hole by the Braca P12A. If it's fitted with fertilization, granular fertilizer is released simultaneously through 2 different pipes. The hole is produced by a specifically constructed foot. The seedling is inserted at the bottom of the hole. When planting takes place, irrigation can be accomplished by applying water gel or by spraying water around the seedling. The dirt needs to be loosened in order to make a decent planting bed. With the aid of a scarifier, such as a ripper, this can be done beforehand. However, the Braca P12A can also be outfitted with a subsoiler to prepare the ground before planting at each location. Number 8. Liebherr 9800 Mining Excavator. The mining equipment produced by Liebherr allows the company to operate at extremely high levels of productivity since it can load and move the most material in the shortest amount of time. Combining the tried-and-true capabilities of earlier models with brand-new improvements that were created especially for those products enhances the operational efficacy of Liebherr's products, increasing machinery dependability. Liebherr not only manufactures mining machinery, but also puts a lot of effort into developing relationships with the mining operations it supports. Liebherr strictly abides by the standards established by the mining industry, which mandates that constant attention be made to safety. Due to the fact that Liebherr equipment is made to be safer even in the most hazardous working conditions, accidents are less likely to happen when it's used. The mining machinery that Liebherr manufactures is built with longer service intervals and is less harmful to the environment in terms of emissions and fuel consumption. Number 7. Aperture Spherical Telescope. The Spherical Radio Telescope is a radio telescope that's situated in the Dowadang Depression, a natural basin. A 500-meter diameter dish for FAST was built in a landscape depression that was already present. It is the second biggest single-dish aperture in the world after the sparsely filled Ratan 600 in Russia. It's also the largest filled aperture radio telescope in the world. It uses an innovative, dynamic surface constructed of 4,500 metal panels that move in real time to generate a parabola shape. Winches are used to drive the instrument so that it can automatically move in the cabin holding the feed antenna, which is suspended on wires above the dish. It detects between 10 centimeters and 4.3 meters in wavelength. In 1994, a telescope was originally suggested. The project was approved by the National Development and Reform Commission in July 2007. To create a radio-quiet area for the telescope, a small village with 65 people from the valley was relocated. Additionally, 9,110 people who lived within a 5-kilometer radius of the telescope were also relocated. While the telescope itself cost $180 million to build, the Chinese government invested about $269 million in funds to alleviate poverty and bank loans for the resettlement of the locals. A foundation-laying ceremony was placed on the construction site on December 26, 2008. The last panel was put on July 3, 2016, the morning after construction began in March 2011. Number 6. Large Hadron Collider. The Large Hadron Collider is the biggest and most powerful machine that can accelerate particles. It became functional on September 10, 2008, and it continues to be the newest component of the CERN accelerator complex. The LHC is a circular structure that's 27 kilometers long. It has powerful magnets and other parts to help it to increase the energy of particles as they move through it. Before they clash with the accelerator, 2 high-energy particle beams move at a speed that is almost as fast as light. Imagine two powerful beams racing through separate pipes, each traveling in the opposite direction. These pipes are held in an incredibly high vacuum, creating the perfect conditions for an epic collision. An accelerator ring is an interesting place where superconductivity electromagnets work their magic to make a strong magnetic field that guides the particles on their way. The electric cable used to power electromagnets works in a superconducting state. It can also conduct electricity well without any resistance or energy loss. This makes it a very efficient and effective way to power these powerful magnets. Did you know that to achieve this incredible feat, the magnets need to be chilled to a temperature of -271.3 degrees Celsius? That's even colder than the vast expanse of space itself. The accelerator relies heavily on a liquid helium distribution system to keep its magnets and other supply services cool. Number 5. Overburden Conveyor Bridge F60. The F60 series is a group of 5 conveyor bridges that are used in open-pit brown coal mining in Germany's Lusatian coalfields. They are the biggest mobile industrial machinery in the world and were created by the former Volkseigener Betrieb Tachkraft in Lauchhammer. They act as overburden conveyor bridges, transferring the overburden that's positioned over the coal seam. The term F60 refers to the 60-meter cutting height. These behemoths surpassed CY's Giant, the biggest ship, to become not only the longest vehicle ever manufactured, but also the largest vehicle by physical dimensions ever created by civilization. The F60 is up to 80 meters high and 240 meters wide overall, and with a length of 502 meters, it's compared to the lying Eiffel Tower. The F60 is one of the biggest land vehicles ever manufactured when it's functioning, weighing 13,600 metric tons, only being surpassed by the Bagger 293, a massive bucket wheel excavator. It's only operated by a team of 14, despite its enormous size. Between 1969 and 1972, the first conveyor bridge was constructed. It was given a feeder bridge in 1977. The second was constructed between 1972 and 1974 and included a feeder bridge during that time. The third conveyor bridge was constructed between 1976 and 1978, and a feeder bridge was added in 1985. Built between 1986 and 1988 and 1988 and 1991 respectively were the fourth and fifth conveyor bridges. Number 4. International Space Station. The International Space Station, ISS, is the world's largest modular space station in low Earth orbit. NASA in the United States, Roscosmos in Russia, JAXA in Japan, and CSA in Canada are all involved in the project. International treaties and agreements control the ownership and use of the space station. Astrobiology, meteorology, physics, and other scientific subjects are among those being investigated by scientists on the station, which also functions as a microgravity and space environment research laboratory. Testing spacecraft hardware and systems for hypothetical long-duration journeys to the Moon and Mars is perfect for the International Space Station. Space Station Freedom, an American plan to construct a permanently crewed Earth-orbiting station in 1984, subsequently grew into the ISS program. Following the Soviet and later Russian Salyut and Mir stations, as well as the American Skylab station, the International Space Station is the 8th space station to have been manned by people. It is regularly visible from the surface of Earth with the naked eye, and it is the largest object in the solar system. By using the engines of the Zvezda service module or a visiting spacecraft, it performs reboost maneuvers to maintain an orbit with an average altitude of 400 kilometers. The ISS orbits the Earth in around 93 minutes and completes 15.5 orbits per day. Number 3. Bagger 288. Bagger 288 is a mobile strip mining machine that was constructed by the German company Krupp specifically for the energy and mining company Rheinbraun. Bagger 288 is a bucket wheel excavator. In 1978, the world witnessed the rise of a new giant, Bagger 288. This colossal land vehicle took over the title of the biggest vehicle from its predecessor, Big Muskie. it also weighed 13,500 tons, making it heavier than Big Muskie. It took 5 years to develop and produce it, then another 5 years spent putting it all together, totaling $100 million. In 1995, it was superseded by a somewhat heavier variant known as the Bagger 293. Bucket wheel excavators are controlled by an external power source, and F-60s hold the record for the largest land vehicle of any type, according to Physical Dimensions. The NASA Crawler Transporter continues to claim the distinction of the largest self-propelled land vehicle in the world. Number 2. Le Tourneau L2350. The Le Tourneau L2350 Generation 2 model is the most up-to-date representation of this design at this point in time. The Generation 2 L2350 is available in 3 different configurations of the lift arm: regular lift, high lift, and super high lift. It also features SR hybrid drive technology, which helps reduce the amount of gasoline that's consumed. The extremely high lift, with a height of 10.058 meters, has a decreased capacity for operation. The design was expanded in 2011 to include a redesigned arm and bucket with a capacity of 70 cubic yards specifically for usage in the coal sector. It has also been completely modernized to include all the most up-to-date safety measures. The bucket breakout force of the Le Tourneau L2350 is 119,613.215 kilograms, and its standard operational capacity is 80 tons. The Le Tourneau L2350 is a front-end loader with rubber tires. It's propelled by a Cummins QSK60 diesel engine with 16 cylinders, turbocharging, and aftercooling, and it generates around 2,300 horsepower. When in operation, the fuel tank has a capacity of 1,050 gallons of diesel. However, it uses approximately 50 gallons each hour. Number 1. Belaz 75710. This is the largest mining dump truck ever produced in the history of the globe. This massive vehicle is 20.6 meters long, 8.16 meters tall, and 9.87 meters wide, with a payload capacity of 496 tons. The ultra-heavy dump truck debuted in 2013 with 2 turbocharged diesel engines totaling 16 cylinders and a power output of 2,300 horsepower. The top speed of the 75710 is approximately 103 kilometers per hour, and it's equipped with an electromechanical transmission that's driven by alternating currents. The Siemens MMT 600 drive system is not driven by a single engine, but rather by 2 MTU 65-liter 16-cylinder 4-stroke diesel engines. Each of these engines produces 2,300 horsepower. These are attached to a total of 4 AC traction motors and 2 AC alternators. The fuel consumption is 198 gallons per kilowatt, and the option to run on just one cylinder is available when transporting weights that are less than capacity. The greatest speed that can be claimed is 64 kilometers per hour, and the maximum speed for fuel economy when fully loaded and on a 10% grade is 40 kilometers per hour. If you think your favorite machine isn't here, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop the name of that machine in the comments section below. You can also watch our other videos popping up on the screen right now.